Hi, everyone. This is Shirley from Shirley's World. I scheduled this like, I don't know, 20 minutes ago. So I don't know, there's nobody here. So I don't know if anybody got the notification at that time or not. Cafe Lily, hi. Yeah, did you get the notification like 20 minutes ago with a picture on it? Just trying to still figure. Yeah, I see that you're here. No notification. Oh dear. Well, I did schedule this. I went on like I did last time and I did the scheduling. Nancy, hi. You just got the notice now? I wonder what the whole thing is about scheduling it then. I thought the scheduling was to get the people here before I actually came on. And I scheduled it. I went on and scheduled it at like 20 minutes ago to be on at 1 o'clock. Hi, Nancy. So I don't know. That's how it worked last time, I think. And this time it didn't seem to work that way. So I don't know. Just still trying to figure it out. I did it the same as I did last time. I put a different picture on it though. You could see the timer that said you were going live at 1. Oh, that's good. Yeah. But did you get the notification? You didn't get the notification like 20 minutes ahead of time? Did you see the little picture of my little chicks? That's a little thing I have for spring. I don't know if you saw that. It's good that you saw the timer. Okay, you saw the chicks, but you didn't see the chicks till like 1 o'clock when I came on. And I'm just sort of picking your brain to figure out how to do this. Anyway, I have a headache today. Just a dull sinus headache right here. And I didn't have a very good night. I woke up several times, which is unlike me. I didn't feel all that well when I went to bed last night. But actually, I feel better now, except for this headache. My daughter sent me a text at 6:30 in the morning. That also woke me up because I'm always afraid when I get texts or something is wrong with my horses or something. But 6:30 is a little early. But she texted me for me to watch something. She sent me the link to something on Facebook. It was about 2 doctors in Bakersfield, California, talking about the, C-19. I think we're allowed to say that. And how it's spreading and not spreading. And they were talking more about your immune system and that it's actually sort of hurtful for people to stay in place for long periods of time. It was very interesting and it makes a lot of sense. It certainly makes sense because it takes a long time to build up our immune system. We build it up through years. A baby, when it's first born, has no immune system except the little bit it gets from the mother. And Kids slowly build up their immune system by touching things and putting things on their face and their mouth and whatever. But we're not supposed to do any of that now. And will we build up if we stay in our house? My question is, and this is what they were trying to answer, if we stay in our house and not have any communication with any people, and we wipe down every little thing, are we going to build up an immune system for this new virus? But anyway, it was a very long Facebook thing of these two doctors talking and explaining. They're immunologists, and they do a lot of the testing in California. They're in Bakersfield. And everything they said certainly made sense. So it's a very long question and answer. They do a question and answer period afterwards, and the whole thing is very long, but it's worth watching. I shared it on Facebook. Now, I don't know how long it'll be up there because I heard that they're taking off things. So if you want to see it, you go on my Facebook. It's just under my name. And look for it. But I did share it, and my daughter shared it also. But then I also went on and watched a doctor that's in New York City. He's an intensive care. He's a doctor and immunologist also. He works primarily in intensive care in New York. He's in the thick of it, okay? In the biggest hospital, whatever that one is. That hospital has 1,200 beds, whatever hospital. It's one of the biggest. And he was talking about things that are good to do and things that really don't matter. And what came out of that was the most important things to do is keep your hands clean. You should keep a bottle of Purell with you at all times. So if you're out of the house and you touch a doorknob, you touch an elevator button, you touch anything, you just Purell your hands and go on with your life. And you just do that every single time. You know, you open a door, use the Purell. Because this virus is very, very, it can be killed very easily. It's very fragile. So that, and you don't need a lot of Purell. He says a drop will do it. Just Purell your hands. And it's the touching of the face. And as far as being next to a person that's positive for the virus, you have to be actually touching them, or you have to be close to them for an extended period of time, you know, not just a minute. It has to be not just passing them on the street. You have to be with them for, I don't know what he said, 10, 15, 20 minutes. But anyway, I don't want to act like I'm an expert in this, because I'm certainly not, because here I am shut in my house, and now I'm wondering, am I hurting my immune system? But the doctor did say that it's okay for people, elderly people, which I guess, I hate to say that about myself, but I am 77, about to be 78. That is scary to me because that's creeping up on 80. I don't like that at all. Sue, hi. Yeah, Sue, go on. You go on Facebook a lot. Go on my Facebook and read the article. It's long. It's not an article. It's a video about these two doctors from from Bakersfield, California. Let's see what you think. It's worth watching, I would say. Sue says we're old. Oh, yeah. Well, better to be old than the alternative, I guess. You don't like to be 77 either. No, I don't like it. I'd rather be, even back when I was in my 50s, I had all kinds of energy and, even in my 60s. It wasn't until the year of 70 approached. But anyway, I sold a couple things on Mercari. I may have mentioned this last time. I sold a salt and pepper shaker. It's shaped like a little sunflower. That was the first thing I sold. Okay. It was just a small sale. It was something I had in the back room. And had a lot of interest in it. But yesterday I sold a pair of Tory Burch shoes for $65. I can't tell you how happy that made me. Now, I had put free shipping on that, so I had to figure out what to do about the shipping. So I looked at pirate ship, and it was going to be $10.52, I think, or something to ship these out. And then I looked on USPS to ship in the shoebox, and it was going to be the same thing. The thing about I didn't want to do it. I wanted to handle the shipping, which that's what I put on it when I put it on. I didn't want Mercari to handle the shipping because they said that UPS would be the cheapest to ship that. And I don't want to have to go, through the trouble of going to UPS and all that. So I'd like to ship everything I can on USPS because then it can just go in my bin. So I was going to use pirate ship. And then I looked on USPS, and because these were almost flats, they had a little tiny heel. But I went on USPS to see what a padded flat rate would go for, and I saved $2 by using a padded flat rate envelope. And I wrapped them really good and even bubble wrapped them inside there, put plastic wrap on, and they slid in there just fine. So that's, I did save $2 by doing that. So that was good. So those are my two sales so far on Mercari. They'll be with the sales. Yeah. Yeah, I held on to 59 for a while. It's like when I was in my 30s, I held on to 36 for a while. I like that age, 36. Boy, that was a long time ago. I know. I love padded flat rates too. I use them so much. That doctor that I listened to that was the New York doctor in the thick of things. He was talking so much about touching your face. That's how it spreads, from your hands to your face, from your hands to your face. Your hands are always dirty. The virus, whether we think it or not, is all over. I mean, it's going to be around. Something isn't going to miraculously, unless it's God, isn't miraculously going to come and wipe out the entire world of virus. So it's going to be around. It's just not going to be around as much. So both of those people that I listened to, I'm not sure if I shared that doctor or not. I'll go back and do that too. But it'll be on Facebook. I don't usually go on Facebook because there's a lot of crap on Facebook. But yes, you can use Macari I can use it from both my desktop and my laptop. Yes, not just from, it's not just from the phone. Yeah, I tested that all out before I actually started. Anybody having eBay glitches lately, like today, you mean? I don't think I've had any. Yeah, not that I remember. But I don't remember much, so. What is this? See, this is how things, all of a sudden, I have this piece of hair sticking out. This is how things get cut off. Because it's not going to go, it's just bent like that. Maybe if I tuck it under my glasses. There, that works. Either that or I was going to cut it off because I have a pair of scissors right here. Okay. What was I going to say here? About the Facebook articles. I don't know if you remember the top I sold, it was on my Sunday. It was a top, it was sort of ivory colored, is by Diletta, an anthropology brand. Nancy, let's see what you say here. You had 2 eBay sales this week and one was paid into an old eBay account, old PayPal account. And the other crashed out as free shipping when I had designated calculated first class. Oh dear. And that is a problem. Have you figured out how to fix that? Hi, Bumblebee. Yeah. I had an upsetting thing happen. Like I said, remember that Diletta top that I sold? It was ivory colored. I sold it last week. It was in my What Solds video on Sunday. Anyway, it was about that girl that was, she had emailed me if I would take a better price, and I said yes, and it got so mixed up back and forth that she's the one that I finally decided just to send the difference, which was under $1, but I sent her $1, in with the item when I mailed it. And I told her through eBay, through the eBay messenger thing, I told her that it was going to be in their package and not to overlook it. Because then she sent me, after she got the item, she sent me an email that she had gotten the item and it had big stains all over it. And she wondered if I would give her back a $10 refund. Okay. So I sort of him and hawed around, and she sent me pictures. These stains were horrible. Big yellow stains. I cannot see how I could have possibly missed those stains. I mean, I'm photographing things under a bright light. These were stains all along the one side and along the hem. Yellow stains. And it made me a little bit suspicious. But I told her if she would ask for a partial refund, through eBay, I would refund her, give her the partial refund. So she couldn't figure out how to do that. And so I finally, it was back and forth, back and forth. I finally just said, I think it would just be easier, because at that point, I didn't even know if I called eBay, I didn't even know how to explain it well to them. So I couldn't figure out how to give her a partial refund if she didn't ask for it. I don't know if there's a way, there might be. I also went on PayPal. I thought, well, maybe it's on PayPal to ask for to give a partial refund. I couldn't find it on there either. So what I did was I sent this girl a note, just return the item, because I can't, and I'll refund you, I'll refund you for the article. Just ask for a refund. So then she sent me back a really nasty email. Said that she wanted a partial refund. She didn't want to send the item back. And she didn't understand. This was the worst. I forget. I printed this all out. It got to be so bad, what she was saying. Here was the one that upset me so bad. She said, I will keep the item and contact eBay myself to explain the situation and report the situation. I have never encountered an issue such as this in all my purchases on eBay. Now, this girl is only a buyer. She's not a seller. And she has like 103 feedbacks. All good. Okay. This is not about the dollar. I never said that. This is not about the dollar, which you did not send, nor is that the proper way to do eBay sales, as all transactions should be conducted through my PayPal or the stains on the garment, which clearly show in the photo. I don't understand that sentence very well, but it's about integrity. Now, that's an insult. And following through on what you have stated you would do. A simple $11 feedback to my account. First, it was $10. Now she's asking for $11 because she said I did not put the dollar in with the item. I know I did. Okay. That's another clue, suspicion. If this is not completed properly, now this is where the threat comes in. If this is not completed properly, then I will proceed with my plan to contact eBay and submit messages and photos to support my case. Let me know your choice. So I printed that all out just in case. So what I did was now I may be getting spammed, scanned, spammed, but it was upsetting me so much, and it wasn't worth getting upset. So for $19 and something, I just went on and I refunded her, period. And I said, you don't have to send the article back, because she wasn't going to do that anyway. That if I would have said that she had to send it back, I would have gotten more of these nasty messages, which that's what I was trying to avoid. So far it went through and it was delivered to her. And so far on my eBay, it doesn't seem to be closed yet, which sort of is worrisome. I don't want to get another letter from her. What I'm going to do is block her. I'm going to block her as a buyer. She won't be able to buy, but I don't know if she can still message me or yet. That was sort of not clear when I was asking people about that. You would contact eBay and let them know I issued a refund. Okay, I issued it through eBay, so I'm hoping they know, but I will. Yes, I am going to block her. Yes, she has the money back plus the item. And that's only because I don't like to get upset. It upset the whole rest of my evening. I couldn't do anything. I was like paralyzed. I had things to list. I just couldn't get my mind off of this. And it's just not worth it. So, yeah, maybe it was a scam. Maybe she scammed me. She does have all positive feedbacks. That's the one thing going for. But I have how many? 2,100 positive feedbacks. But yeah, I will go on and block her. I'll give eBay a call, I guess. I've had all good experiences when I did talk to eBay so far. And just to let them know that I did refund her full amount, and I will block her. So that's the upsetting thing that happened. It is really, I never have customers that are upset with me ever. No wonder I didn't sleep well at night. Yeah, I had a bad night trying to figure out how to do those two things that happened to you. I know. That's stress. It gets you all the time. I know it did. I packaged things right there under a that one light right there, up there. That black one. That's a really, really bright light. That's where I package my things. I just feel I would have seen that either when I'm packaging it or when I was taking photos of it. I would have never put that on. I would have never listed that top with those stains. So I don't know. No. Yes, and Bumblebee, you sent me that top. How could we both miss? Did you send me that first top too? The ivory colored one? I think so. Yeah, we couldn't have both missed that. Makes me wonder if she had the exact same top and ruined it somehow. She found another one on eBay and scammed to get it free. I know, you never know about people. It's depressing when you have to suspect people like that. And she seemed so nice at first. I was shocked when I got that email or got that message telling me I had no integrity. Oh my, that's fighting words. Yeah. Well, it made, you can't do that to people with IBS. It's not good. Hi, Francis June. Welcome in. Yeah, just here having a little conversations. My daughter gave me, this is through Facebook, which I never do, but she gave me this thing that I have to go on daily and put a picture of a horse, one of my horses, and then pass it on to somebody else that has to do it daily. For 10 days, I have to put 10 pictures on of a horse picture. I know. I'll move on another day or so. It'll be fine. It'll be forgotten. Yes, my feedback should speak for itself. You should have, You should have thought that would be a Grandma Wickersham thing. Yeah, I thought of it, but then for sure that's how to get a bad feedback. Now, as soon as she threatened me, which I feel that was a threat, that she was going to call eBay and all this stuff, eBay will then, I think I heard that if you get any type of a threat like that, that they're going to either leave you bad feedback if you don't do this or that. eBay doesn't like that. So I felt like that was a threat to me. No, I haven't got my deck wood yet. I know. She's never come on here. She's never come on my YouTube. Heavens. Yeah. If she'd come on the YouTube, I'd somehow let you know. But she hasn't. And she also goes by 2 different names. Now that could be, the first name's the same, so that could just be her married name and her single name. So, eBay would side with you. I think so too. Call Teresa. Yeah, that's how you spell it. I will. I'm waiting till sort of the end of the week, before the weekend, and I'm going to give her a call and ask if she knows what his intentions are. On Saturday, this past Saturday, one of the days he was supposed to deliver the wood, I was upstairs and I heard something outside, and I thought, this would be great if he had just come back like nothing had happened, and he brought his tools and was starting to work on the deck, because it was a beautiful 60-degree day, sunny, perfect. Of course, yesterday it rained. Sunday it rained. Yesterday was okay. Today's okay so far. It's warm but cloudy. So, I don't know. The mystery of the wood still is there. My son, I think they lifted, I don't think it ever closed, actually. Construction sites, I don't think ever closed. He's just decided, between me and his wife nagging at him, that he was going to stay home and collect unemployment, which he is. And he's probably making more doing that than working. Maybe eBay has not refunded her yet because they're reviewing it. Huh? Maybe. But she hasn't given me another note yet either. On PayPal, I went on PayPal because that's where it gets refunded from. And it said it was delivered. Whatever that means. So I don't know. I don't know how those inner workings go. But I'm curious. I probably will call eBay and see what they have to say. Just to check that they see I refunded her. Not only a partial, but a full refund. I let her keep the item, so of course she doesn't get the shipping back. She doesn't have to ship it. But anyway, I want eBay to see that they don't have to send her a shipping label also. So, I don't know. It's all, I hate that kind of stuff. I just like when everything goes smooth. Oh, talking about smooth, I got a ka-ching. Let's see what it is. Now, here was a person that I had sent her an offer to Watchers a few days ago, and I think it probably ran out. And she messaged me or emailed me to ask me what it had been if I'd still honor it. Oh dear. That's my daughter. And I told her that I would, and she says I even forgot what it was. So I told her what it was because I remembered. And I told her what it was. I sent her an offer back. You know, you can send those with the messages. And she bought it. That's who she bought it. So that was fine. It was one of the bathing suits. It was a bathing suit. So she paid $18.77 plus shipping for this. I think it was a Catalina bathing suit. So that's okay. So that's probably my daughter asking me if I saw that article, if I listened to the article. I'm sure that's what she wants to know. Rally Roots had a similar situation. eBay fixed it. Yeah. Dance party. Yeah, that's my little ringtone for my daughter. I used to have different ringtones on for different people. You know, I had some funny ones on there, and then I'd know up ahead of time who it was with the ring. I don't know why that didn't transfer when I got my new phone. I'd have to go on and find that app to put on different rings. But I don't know. My sister's was something about, it was a rap, like, it's your sister, answer the phone, it's your sister, something like that. I don't know. Those all went bye-bye when I got the new phone. Yeah, so I just wanted to come on and tell you about my Mercari sale, especially the exciting one of the shoes. And also about this girl that was so upsetting. So I don't want to stay on here really long because I really don't have anything much to talk about. My daughter doesn't listen to my my YouTube videos very often, if ever. But my cat that has the hyperthyroidism, she started on a new medication. It's a tiny, tiny little pill that I had no trouble jamming down her throat. She lets me hold her, and I just put it down her throat, and she swallowed it. It wasn't any big deal. She also let me cut the tips off her really sharp front nails yesterday. Okay, now last night she was acting because she's getting the full medication now. And I'm wondering, there's no way to split this pill. It's a tiny little coated pill, and I don't think you're supposed to cut them. But she can't weigh more than 3-4 pounds. She's tiny, nothing but a skeleton because of this hyperthyroidism. So there's something else I want to talk about. I'm going to write it down before I forget it. Okay. But I gave her the pill, and then yesterday morning, and then all evening she was very docile, and she just laid around. She didn't eat much of her supper, which that's a side effect when you're actually not hyperthyroid. I mean, if you get thing against having too much thyroid, it sort of can take your appetite away. and it calms you down a little bit. Well, she wasn't overly stimulated or anything, but she was just laying around last night. A couple times I couldn't even find her. I was keeping an eye on her because this is a new medication. So, like, she didn't hardly eat her supper, and that's very unlike her. I mean, she gorges the food usually and drinks a lot of water. So I was sort of, I couldn't find her last night to put her into the bathroom. I wanted to keep, her someplace where I could find her. So this morning, I found her, and she came to breakfast, but she didn't eat anything. She didn't eat anything. And she was just real docile and laying around. So I did not give a second pill to her. I'm going to talk to the doctor. But in the meantime, it was going to be 70 degrees out. At the time I opened the door, it was sunny. And she was at the back door. And so I let her out the back door to just sit on I thought since she's not running around a lot, she'd just sit outside on the deck. And I took the rest of her food, well, most of it, outside and set it on the deck. And she seemed to be interested in it again, started to eat. So I came back in the house and did what I had to do. And when I went out there again, the food is still on the deck. She hardly ate anything. And now I can't find her. She's outside. At least it's warm out. But it's supposed to rain later. And I haven't been able to find her. Now, she's a big hunter. So maybe she's sitting under one of the bird feeders. I have to go around and sort of look for her. She doesn't come when she's called, like most cats. So now that's a worry. Now I have to find this little cat because who knows? We could have snow next week. She'd never survive really warm or really cold temperatures. She's nothing but skin and bone. So if I can't find her, I'm going to have to make a warm spot for her. Not with the light on, but some warm spot that she can go into. So, hi, Nick and Andrea. Hi, glad you joined me. Yeah. Yeah, I was having trouble. You can watch it later. I'm having trouble with a customer too. I'm hoping I don't hear from her anymore. But I probably let her scam me, is what happened. Cafe Lily, you saw Charmin toilet paper for the first time. That's what I want to tell you. I had an Aldi grocery delivery yesterday. Not only did they find the butter pecan ice cream, but they found the toilet paper. I got a big package, 12 rolls of toilet paper. First time ever that they've had it in. So maybe places are starting to, I know they are pesky. Those customers, they can be, this is my first one that got sort of nasty with me. Yeah, so I finally got toilet paper. So I have even extra now. And butter pecan ice cream. But I was on there, I left it outside for a while and then I wiped down everything. It takes you forever to bring everything in if you do that. And got everything, it took me an hour to get everything into the house and wiped down and everything. So if you listen to that, those doctors from Bakersfield that's on Facebook, you'll see that now I'm wondering about this whole thing. You found hand sanitizer and paper towels in the same trip. Oh, wow. Congratulations. I haven't found hand sanitizer or Lysol wipes. everybody seems to still be out of Lysol wipes. They're so handy to have. I hate to use that spray bleach stuff. It's not pure bleach, it's a cleaner. It's a Clorox cleaner. But it smells so bad of bleach. I hate the smell of bleach. But anyway, you have to do, I guess, what you have to do, but maybe we don't have to do quite as much. And I'm wondering if staying put in this lockdown is such a great idea. We're depleting, we may be depleting our immune systems. Instead of it being a really good thing, it may be sort of a bad thing. Andrea is struggling with the anxiety. I know. That's another thing. The whole anxiety of the thing. I mean, there's been some suicides in the US from this. A doctor, an intensive care, a young woman doctor committed suicide because she just couldn't help enough of these people. Yeah, that came on yesterday or the day before about that. It's how awful. Also, other things that have gone up is what do you call it? Child molesting and domestic violence. Domestic violence, I guess, from being shut in your house with your spouse too long. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. And people getting so depressed. Anxiety turns into depression. That's what it does to me, too. Andrea, I feel your pain. I have the same thing. And with the panic attacks and now my daughter has inherited the panic attacks. At least I have a medication I can take. She doesn't. And Andrea, I don't know if you do or not, but it certainly helps when those come on. But yeah, the whole thing is depressing. But that one Facebook thing, if you go on my Facebook, I think it's just under my name. I don't know if I can look here. Yeah, look on my phone. What my Facebook name is. Yeah, it's just under my name, Shirley Corwin, Corwin. And I shared it on Facebook, if anybody goes on Facebook. Yeah, I haven't had a full-blown anxiety attack or panic attack about it, but I'm anxious if I listen to the news or anything, I have that laid back anxiety at all times. That's when my daughter sent me that thing to watch. She put on there right away. It's not something upsetting. It's not upsetting to watch it because she gets really upset watching the news and things too. So yeah, so those two things that I told you about, they're not something that's really upsetting. If anybody wants to watch it, it sort of makes you feel a little bit better about it. But now I wonder, I've been in the house and not in contact with anybody it's going on 6 weeks now, 5-6 weeks. Now, my question is, after watching that about the immune system, am I hurting myself instead of helping myself? If you follow other criteria, keep your hands clean at all times, don't touch things, and Don't touch your face, of course, and certainly don't shake hands with somebody with virus. Of course, there are people that shed the virus that don't even have symptoms and they don't know they have it. But that's the part of keeping your hands clean and not touching your face. Because he says that is the main way it is spread. Not the droplet thing, not the aerosol thing. You'd have to be with somebody up close and with them a while to have that happen. I mean, 10 minutes, not days, but minutes. You go out about once a week and that's it. I try to do my errands all in one day. Yes. I did get gas from the gas station. I put a mask on, which really doesn't keep you from getting anything. It keeps you from passing it on if you'd have it, which I'm pretty sure I don't. And I put gloves on when I touched the pump and everything, and then took the gloves off when I got in the car. So, Bumblebee. The news really does bend statistics. Yes, that's true. I mean, you get news on all sides of this. That's why it's so hard to know what to do, to know what is true or not. Because yes, I do think that they bend it to suit their purposes. So you paid $1.01 a gallon. Oh, that's good. It was still at my gas station where I always go. It was still $1.49. I thought it was going to be less, but it wasn't. But I wasn't going to go hunting for other gas stations. So my sister says, other than not having bingo to go to, my life really hasn't changed. Right, because you stay home all the time anyway. And you're in contact with people that are out and go to work. So if you follow what the doctor said about the hands, keep your hands clean at all times with Purell or soap, and don't touch your face. Those are the main things. Now, the reason he says to carry Purell around is because you're touching things. When you're out, you're touching things all the time. Of course, you don't have soap and water in a sink. So that's where this comes in. I have so many of these little bottles. I must have, every time I pass them in those little travel bottles, I must have picked up. I'm finding them now, here and there, all over. So that's good. And the couple big bottles aren't exactly Purell, but he said any of this type of disinfectant, because this virus is so fragile. Most anything kills it. Yeah. The one doctor that works in intensive care with the COVID patients he says the main reason to wear a mask, besides not spreading it yourself, that's what helps a little bit if you cough or something, but it's more of a reminder. If you put a mask on, just try it around the house. If you put a mask on, you'll notice that you don't touch your face because you can feel this mask on. It reminds you not to touch your face. If you don't have the mask on, you just automatically touch your face all the time. It's just something we all do, I know, my hands are dry too. We won't have any skin left. I know. The O'Keefe's Helping Hands does help with that. Someplace, I think it's out in my car in that little place next to you. I think in there I have a hand lotion that has Purell in it. At least I used to. I have to go out there and look for it. So it not only keeps your hands better, more moisturized, but it does have the Purell in it. Now, I don't know what the alcohol content is. I'll have to go out and try to find that and see what it is. But let's see here. Bumblebee. I think the chance of much higher to catch it than other viruses, yes, but the death rate is not as high as they say as to calculate death. They have a proper total cases. Yeah, that's what they were talking to too. It was talking about the number of cases may have been big, but the death rate is small in all the states. If you look at that comparison, the death rate compared to the disease rate compared to the death rate. So they explained it really well on there. Those were the two on Facebook, the two from Bakersfield, California. Because what is done to California, all this thing that you can't go anyplace, you have to be in your house, and you can't. So many businesses have shut down. The hospitals out there that were full in the very beginning are now empty. They've had to shut down floors of the hospital. They had to lay off people. People's losing their jobs, of course, over this. And all the other stuff that goes with this. You know, it's not just the virus. It's all the other things that go with it. You know, it has to do with the anxiety and the depression and the business closings and the people without any money. Everything that this is affected. Whether it's worth doing all this shutdown or not. Maybe we don't have to do quite as much. But they do say that they're still opening up slowly, because if everybody opened it up right away, there would be a huge spike. They do agree with that. With it. So I think our governor is doing a pretty good job here in Ohio. The restaurants aren't open yet. And I don't think the hair salons are open yet, which means if this thing sticks out again, I may just have to cut it off. My hair's going to be so long before I venture out to the hair salon anyway. She'll have plenty to work with. Yes, I get plenty of fresh air and the sun. I go out as soon as it's sunny out. But today I'll be out a lot of the day because it's going to be 70 degrees. That makes me really happy right there. Well, he did mention still the people that are my age should be more careful. So, but not every single person in the whole United States has to do what I'm doing. It's tanking the entire economy, yes. And I still haven't gotten my check yet. Michigan is very restricted too. Your governor is getting a lot of pushback. I know. Our governor is too. And I think that's even why he opened a few things. They're going to open on either they'll open up the 1st, which is my son's birthday. And then more will open up the 4th, which is my birthday. But not much. I mean, I don't think it's not going to be restaurants, and it's not going to be the gyms, I don't think, and it's not going to be hair salons. So I don't know. I think they have another 2 weeks before they can open. Sue says her last haircut was when I was at your house. Oh dear. Yeah, why doesn't Julie cut your hair? She could at least see. I can't even see to cut my own. You agree with him? What, my governor? My sister says she's mailing my card on Friday. Okay. Yeah, I mailed out my son's card yesterday, I think. He'll get it in plenty of time. I also sent him an e-card from American Greetings. I sent out a lot of e-cards. It was a really funny one of a dog's wrapping. I said, I bet you didn't expect to get a wrapping card from your mother. I should have a birthday party. Yeah, I should. What day is that? It's Monday, I think. Yeah, maybe I will. You should have a birthday party. I meant the guy on the news you're talking about. The guy about touching your face, that guy, that doctor. He was on, he's on, I think he's on Facebook too. I haven't shared his yet, but I will share that one too. If I go back on and find it. My daughter sent me that one too. Or no, I think I found that one myself. So it must have been a Facebook thing that came up. Okay. Caution still to high risk people. Yeah, I guess I'm considered high risk. So I'm going to close for now. I will be on if there's any more news about anything exciting. And then for sure on Sunday, I'll be back. So everybody stay safe. I don't know if you want to listen to that thing that I put on Facebook or not. It's interesting. It's just another way of thinking about this. And it does make it makes all the sense in the world, especially if you know anything about immune systems. Okay, Nancy, thanks for coming. And I will be back with something or other the next time. Bye.